believe me, when there's so much of incest that is going on, and the major cause of that incest, is the same pornography, it is the same viewing of this haram on the internet and haram on the cell phones. So the cell phones, for many cases, have become hell phones, and it is definitely leading to a lot of destruction. So there is nothing wrong in the usage, provided parents have to exercise some kind of caution. If there is a computer in the house, keep it in an open room, in the sitting room, in the lounge, or somewhere where people are walking up and down, so that we know exactly what the children are up to, what they are watching. And, of course, keep on developing within the child's heart that khawf-e-khuda, and that sudden death can come. That's not only for the child, but even for the adults who are hooked on this filth, that they have to understand that just as we have instant pudding and instant coffee and instant everything these days, there are instant deaths. Just look at the earthquakes and the tremors around the globe now. It's no more isolated. We heard of Haiti, thereafter Chile, thereafter we have Japan, and we have so many other places and other parts of the world where sudden shake of the ground or some other kind of calamity and disaster, and everything is gone and thousands of lives are lost. On the day of Qiyamah, we will be raised exactly as we died. If the person died in a state of Iman, he will be raised as a Muslim, as a believer on the day of Qiyamah. But if that person had to die in a state of watching some haram, he was hooked on some kind of filth, or the person was in adultery or in fornication, or the person was in some other kind of vice and evil, then on the day of Qiyamah, the person will rise exactly like that for the billions of people to see that this is what this person was indulging in the privacy of his room sometimes, or in the hotel, or somewhere in the marketplace, or somewhere in his home, and where he thought nobody was watching. So what kind of embarrassment, shame, and disgrace that would be. But that is the akhirat. And always when we talk about the akhirat and the hereafter, then we all say, well, that is very, very far away. But what about the life in this world? If the angel of death has to suddenly strike while that person was in the midst of watching that porn, then what is going to be his condition? The people that will attend his janazah salat, they will ask, where did he die? How did he die? What was he doing when he died? And will that be something that any person would look forward to, that at the time of his janazah they must say, well, this person was in some other haram establishment, or the person was watching porn sites and the computer was still on and the person died, or the person was watching some dirty film on the television screen, and whilst he was watching, the angel of death took his soul away, never to return, and this was the state of his death.